All right, my friends, I'm guessing you guys know exactly what time of the show it is. That's right. It is time for that obligatory coronavirus safety review. So we are going to go over the 3 things that we need to do to keep ourselves safe from that nasty coronavirus that's causing all kinds of chaos all over the country and the state of California. And it all begins with one of these guys, handy dandy mask. And we want to be mindful when we're putting on our masks that they're covering the top of our nose and the bottom of our chin, because that way we can keep our germs to ourselves and we can be all done with other people's germs because we got some good protection. All right, and that brings us to our number 2, which is tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of noodles and 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 lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and tons 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 of noodles and noodles and lots and lots and lots and tons and tons and tons and tons of hand washing. And we want to be extra mindful when we are washing our hands that we are using warm water, lots of soap, and that we are scrubbing for at least 20 seconds. That's like singing the birthday song 2 times. And I know there might be some of you guys out there worried a little bit, thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do if I don't have access to the soap, the sink, and the water? What do I do? I think we all know what to do, my friends. We use a little bit of that handy-dandy hand sanitizer. And the way this stuff works is we just throw a few drops into our hands and then we rub it all around just like we are soaping up with the sink, making sure to get in between our fingers, the backs of our hands, all of our individual fingers and thumbs. And don't forget your fingertips and under the fingernails. We want to get those too because that's a place germs to love to hide. And what do we want to do to them germs? We want to bust them germs. That's right, my friends. All right, so that brings us to our number 3, which is social distancing. And that means keeping at least 6 feet of space between yourselves and the people who don't necessarily live in the same household as you. Always a good idea to practice that distancing wherever you might find yourself. Whether you're at the mall, whether you're at the park, whether you're at the doctor, whether you're just at the store grabbing a pint of milk. Always a good idea to do that distancing. And I know there might be some of you folks out there who might be a little bit worried, thinking, I'm not quite sure what the 6 feet is. So there are other ways we can do it too. We can always look up north, up to that great white north, to those fine, friendly folks in Canada and say, hey, Canadians, do you guys know how to describe 6 feet for social distancing? You know what they probably say to us? They'd be like, I don't got a clue what you're talking about, buddy, you know. Up here, we use the metric system, you know, like the rest of the world. But, you know, when we social distance, we go for 2 meters because that's how we roll up here in Canada. But you might not know what the feet are. You might not know what the meters are either. But fear not, we can always go ADP style and just think of this guy right here, the captain, because I'm about 6 foot tall, 6'2" to be exact. So if I can lie down on the ground between you and the person closest to you, then guess what, my friends? You are properly socially distancing. All right, guys. So I know the music's jamming. I know you know too. We're going to take a quick little break and do a little reinforcement PSA. But then we're going to jump right back into the music and we're going to keep rocking it, my friends. So without further ado, let me get this going and we'll get that PSA rolling.